I'm at 275 Thayer Pond Road in Wilton. So I'm just going to take a quick walk around and chat about the various areas. So you've got some azaleas through here, Andromeda, juniper. The juniper have fungus issues, that's why they're yellow in the center. Deutzia, hydrangeas, more Deutzia, forsythia, spirea. Viburnum. These are Maurici viburnums. Lacoste. Scarletta Lacoste. That's what these guys are. These do well in the shade. More juniper. Mugo pine. Too much water going through here because it looks like this probably is pretty waterlogged. So you might potentially have to relocate this elsewhere. Hi. Inkberry holly. So these, eventually, they're gonna have no growth in the bottom. They're only gonna be like a fro in the top. So I would probably relocate these over time. More mugo pine. Some daffodils, dwarf grasses going through here. Same thing on the other side. So these plants repeat themselves. These are all, again, viburnums. So more Andromeda. These the deer won't eat, they're poisonous leaves. Lacoste. These you'll probably have to rejuvenate, meaning you cut them lower to the ground and let them rejuvenate because it looks like you've had some winter damage. More Andromeda, mountain laurels over in this area. The lawn, like we spoke about, this is looks like the north side of your house. So what you typically do is you only seed the shady areas in the spring. If you seed the full sun areas, the grass seed is just gonna die when you get the first heat blast in the summer. So you could try to fix it, but then the issue is wherever you put down your grass seed, you can't put down pre-emergent, which prevents the crabgrass from growing. So again, you typically focus on shady locations for spring seeding, and then you end up doing all the full sun areas in the fall, and that makes your biggest improvement in your lawn. Okay. And again, this is all a mulched area over here. So this area is all mulched going through here. Looks like you've got some different perennials that pop up at certain points of the season. This evergreen tree you're gonna have to relocate. It's gonna grow way too big over time. It grows like 80 feet tall, all right? And there's not enough sunlight on this side anyways. To be honest with you, I'm not even sure if you could move it, but it's not doing that. It's not very healthy right now. Probably a lot of that is because of the shade. It just might not ever come back to full glory when you move it because it's not in the best health. Okay. This was a little king maple. I'm trying to remember. I try to remember, but I planted this before someone else's house. Same thing. It's going to grow much bigger over time. So you just got to be aware of that. All right. And you got a couple hydrangea. The boxwood looks off color. Potentially planted too low. That'd be my guess from looking at it, and that's why it's all yellow. 2 green mountain boxwoods. We talked about possibly fixing the broken bluestone here, so we have a mason on staff that could do that. That's roughly, call it 18-inch by 18-inch. All right, more American boxwood. These have to be treated systemically in the spring with imidacloprid and fertilizer. So we offer that as a service. The common cypress, glow blue spruce, dwarf jet maple. The dwarf jet maple has to be relocated because it's going to grow 15 feet wide over time. That's just a baby maple. This landscaping was probably just installed within the last couple of years. So these plants are going to get bigger. Even that common cypress right there, that taller green plant, Hinoki common cypress, that again will get too big over time. So you are going to want to kind of revamp the landscaping a bit here. Okay, that's just the Wardia, one of my favorite trees. Glow blue spruce, same thing. This should get relocated because it's going to grow about 6 feet wide. Japanese umbrella pine, that looks healthy, that looks good. Another glow blue spruce. Cherry tree. Sometimes this gets borers insects sometimes. Something to point out. A lot of times you can treat this with the boxwood in the spring to try to prevent that. Then on this side of the driveway, we already talked about that. You got some forsythia over there, more hydrangeas. This gravel area is going to need spraying to keep the weeds down. Really nice pergola area in here. Okay, some more hydrangeas. You got a tiered effect lawn going through here. So there's all lawn going through this side. Some more hydrangeas. Looks like some lilacs down there in front of the fence, all the way down there. Then you got another lilac, 2 more hydrangeas, mugo pines, ornamental grasses, blue star juniper, which are these little guys, maximum rhododendron, more juniper, Dutsia. These Dutsia are going to have to be transplanted. These grow about 5 feet wide. So again, it's just lack of experience, whoever designed it. But all these Dutsia should be relocated because if it's just going to be a mess, and you're going to have to eventually just rip them all out. So more mophead hydrangeas, glow blue spruce, dogwood tree. That's a dogwood tree. Azaleas running down through this side, which I think is fine. So let's see here. Lacoste, more Andromeda. The lawn stretches all the way back here. Okay, and then you got a gravel, like I said, a bigger gravel area up top. This is all mulch. And looks like you even mulched around the swing set as well. Maybe this wasn't done last year. Anyways, you probably want to do it this year. So that's about it. I mean, like I said, the key things here to think about is the expertise level. When I send you the quote, I'll also send you the details, what kind of separates us from everyone else. And I'll send you a list of references. And you can call those people up and ask them what they think about us. Talk to you soon. Thanks.